Hello and welcome to the fifth episode of Designer Speak. I'm your host Christopher Scott, and today I'm joined by Nicolas Camacho and Santiago Gómez. Today we're going to talk about the impact of social media on design. So Santiago, what impact has social media had on design for you?
For me, the more than the impact is when you can share your work, and that is a way to keep your work safe and show to the people, not just for your country, but in general for all around the world.
So, getting it back, like before you promote your work on social media and the internet, maybe your work was only for Ecuador.
Yeah, but not just for Ecuador, just for me. Because
Just for you.
I'm not showing, and I've been taking care about what the people going to say about my work.
You're maybe nervous, maybe?
Yeah, a little bit nervous, but when I changed my Facebook page, I started sharing my work and I started my blog and all of that stuff made me feel comfortable with myself.
It made you feel more confident.
And now I can talk with some awesome designers around the world because they have Facebook, they have Twitter, they have Instagram, they have all of these social media, and we can get a connection. And we will talk with them and ask for advice. And for me, that is the point because you can, if you're a student, you can share your work and talk with the huge graphic designer.
And that's probably, from your experiences, the two most important things.
Yeah.
You can share your work, number one,
Yeah.
and number two is that you can talk to all the famous designers in the world.
Talk with them what they think about your work because it's like when you look at a star, a rock star. Sometimes you cannot have a connection, just you listen to them,
Watch them on YouTube,
something like that.
like you can't watch Designer Speak on YouTube.
But when you can talk with them, it's more important because they show you, they give you advice, they say something about your work.
That's interesting because in terms of like people send me messages on Facebook and the students mostly, but some other designers too, and they say, "What do you think of this?" and "What do you think of my work?" And I give them an honest response. But it's that instant connection that you have with that person is that you can send a message to like Stefan Seidmeister. Sometimes they reply and sometimes they don't. It all depends on the work and stuff like that. But like, if you can have like a conversation with someone from across the world, and that's amazing. It's amazing. Nicolas, in your opinion, what do you think of this topic?
Yeah, I think social media is a tool for people to design the reality, to change the environment or something, the world they're seeing through these ways, through
Through the screen.
through these Twitter, etc. How do they do that? Because they only project the idea they want to see of themselves. They want to project their how happy they want to be, and then to put their work into it.
That's interesting because
Projection.
that's interesting, Nicolas, because in relation to what you said, I remember the first time I come to Ecuador, and I met Christian Lasso, and actually we should dedicate this episode to him because he's gone through something. And actually, when he met me for the first time, and he said he was expecting me to be big-headed and have this huge ego and stuff like that. But then whenever you meet me in person, you just realize I'm just like just a normal guy. I know a person is who has the same feelings as everyone else. And that's the thing that, like what you said, like you sometimes on Facebook you have this personality of who you are and stuff like that. But in reality, maybe you're completely different. But do you think that it helps designers?
Exactly. I think, for example, the social media is like a way to express what you want to be, how you want the world to see you,
To see you as a person.
and somehow it changes you. Like, for example, I think in Facebook, what you did, how you projected yourself as a designer, and then you became a designer. The thing is that when we talk about a virtual reality, we're talking about a platform that actually sometimes becomes more real than the perspective we have of reality itself.
That's probably true.
If we are capable of saying that something happens in virtual reality, probably is more true, is more important for you than what happens in real life.
Facebook, basically what he's saying is, Facebook is more important than reality.
Sometimes the people think that because you are showing a person on Facebook that you're another thing in the real life.
I think well, that's the thing. On my Facebook, like, I don't like to be really personal about who I am as a person. It's more about like showing my work, showing like some parts of my life, but I don't like to be really intimate with the viewers and stuff like that. I like to keep that things to me. Sometimes I share some photographs of me and you. Or,
for example, what Andy Warhol said, like everybody's going to be famous for 15 minutes. Everyone. I think the social media.
Santiago's case 30 seconds.
How about my life?
It's going to make this happen. We're talking about 7 billion people. We're going to the 10 billion people. We don't know if the research of the world is going to hold so many people, what will happen. But the thing is, social media and the internet is allowing the education to become more democratic. More people have access to intercommunicate to one another and to educate themselves better.
It's opened the world, I think.
Exactly. And the thing is, it's allowing that everybody has a point of view.
Exactly.
So maybe through a channel like YouTube, etc., or using Facebook, or any new ways.
People
are going to be invented in the future. We're talking about probably holographic experiences or some sort of internet that's going to be connected with our dresses or apparels. But the situation is that we don't know what form will take in the future,
obviously,
but it's going to be more and more
interactive
with one
together. I think that's true. And in terms of what I think on this topic, I started Facebook in 2008, and I don't know the reason why I started. I just did, and one of the reasons why, along with that poster there, is Facebook has made my career. And I'm very thankful to Mark Zuckerberg. And if I ever met him, I would shake his hand and I would say, "Do you realize what you've done for my career?" And I've made who I am now because of Facebook. And it's been like a crazy journey. Like 7 years of showing my work. People sending me if I'm doing a conference or if I'm invited to do a conference, people send me messages on Facebook. Like there was last week, I had contacted to do a conference, and I'm not going to say too much about it because it's not confirmed, but it was all through Facebook. People are now using those social medias they're using them more, and emails on websites less. Like if I want to go to work, see the work of Peter Bankov, the latest work that they've done, I'd rather go to his Facebook rather than go to his website. So I think like social media is like so important for now and the future.
That's true.
And that's the thing is that, and it's going to get even more crazier. It's like and more interactive with the viewers and the famous designers of the world. I think it's awesome that you can send like someone
for
a message.
example, I think that the best way for any communicator to become a better professional is to be able to adapt their work.
That's true.
To the new forms of communication.
Like, very true. And that's what we are. We are. Everyone says the word designers, but in actual fact, I think we're communicators.
Exactly. For
Visual
example,
communicators.
you can create the fastest apps for the new phone, for the new iWatch, or for the new Google Glasses that are coming. I think those are the people who are going to be better communicators for the future, and
You always need to adapt to the situation.
adapt to the situation.
Like I remember, was it Instagram was getting famous like 2 or 3 years ago, and I joined it 6 months ago, maybe 6 months ago, and the response I've got is crazy. I have nearly 1,000 followers on Instagram, and people like every one of my photos. And I think that what you say, Nicholas, is right. Designers, you need to adapt all the time. Like, you can't just stay still and say, I'm going to use this format for the rest of my career. You need to be always adapting to the modern techniques and the modern ways of communication and modern ways of technology. We said in other podcasts here and video episodes that we don't love technology in terms of like actually how you use to design to make my work, but I love technology in how I can share my work. But in terms of like Santiago, like students, like new people, should they be using social media?
They need to use it because that I said before, you're going to share your work, but you need to be careful
People can
because
see it.
for me the problem with the social media is the people are living in the cyber world. Because they're taking photos with his girlfriend or something like that, with his friends, drinking beers, all of that stuff.
That's not too bad, but you have to do it like
A little bit. You need to be more professional. You need to use the social medias to be professional. You don't need to use like for fun.
Yeah, that's true, students. Santiago is 100%. You need to be treating your Facebook as a professional way to communicate you and your work. So don't be going about and taking 20 beers and with all your friends and when you're drunk and uploading those photographs on Facebook.
How about, for example, for your career, when you show just pictures of you having a party or something like that, you know that probably you can erase the tattoo of your body, but probably you can never erase the information you have away.
No, because that's the thing.
It's gonna stay there forever.
That's exactly. And like that's the thing. I think that's going to be like the future CV for you. Like if I'm applying for a company, there's a good chance they'll go to your Facebook.
Most companies do that because I put on my CV my Facebook page, and sometimes the manager say like, you were drinking beers. And I was like, no, I don't drink beer, but I saw your photo. It's like,
yeah, you need to be careful about that. But that's why they need to keep it like on a professional
way,
a professional basis. There's sometimes like I upload like photographs having a beer with my family or having a nice romantic dinner with Viviana or something like that. But that's a nice thing. But you need to be very careful. I think that like social media is such an important way of communicating your work, guys. Like I started Facebook 6-7 years ago, and it's changed my life forever. So you need to use Facebook, use Instagram, use Twitter to share your work with the world. Because if you keep your work with you and just on your computer, then you're not going to realize your potential. But just be very careful of how you portray yourself as a professional person. So yes, I think that's a great way to end this topic. Thank you to Nicolas, thank you to Santiago for joining me today. Please like our Facebook page, comment on our YouTube, and all that good stuff. We are Designers Speak. Thank you very much.
bye guys.